A warm namaste to everybody. Be prepared for an amazing day today. I prepared this presentation to make sure that when you go back wherever, home or office or any other thing, uh, you have that happiness, you have that motivation 24/7 in you. It doesn't matter how low life gets. I want this particular presentation to remind you that uh, it's very easy to take care of any storm in your life. It's very easy. So I've named it Dream. It was very important that I named it Dream because this is something that I've been doing for the past 15 years of my life. I dreamt of going international. I never thought that I'll go to any other country outside India, but I dreamt that one day I'll go to a beautiful place. After that, I have been to over 15, 20 countries. And, I started off with a dream. You know, I started off with a dream of having my own business. And today I have my own business. So everything starts with a dream, guys. I really want you to understand this. I'll tell you how to dream, uh, and how to dream in a way that it becomes a successful thing for you. So I'll move to the next slide. So let me tell you about my story a little bit. So my name is Dij Phukan. I was born and brought up in Chandigarh. My parents are from Assam. I was born and brought up in Chandigarh. And from Chandigarh, I did my studies from here and then moved to Bangalore. I worked with Infosys BP over there for around 2 years. And I came back, I did my MBA. And after that, I joined several companies. One was Deloitte, and I also joined an event management company, international event management company that helped me give the exposure. When I joined the company, I was like, oh my God, I've seen this somewhere. I've seen this somewhere. So I realized that I was dreaming about, going international, and this company gave me the path to that. And after that, I haven't stopped. But now I've stopped because of some crazy reasons that everybody's suffering from. Uh, I joined this company, and after that, I started off with my own company. So I shifted few companies after that, but I started off with my own company called SalesGasm. What we did was we organized international conferences. Around 10 months back, around a year back, as a matter of fact, I had all the plans made for 2020. I wanted to organize events in Africa, China, around five more cities in Australia, around five more cities in the US, Europe. I was going into various countries, including Germany, France. I was actually hiring people, sales professionals who could speak German and French. That was in my plans. I was traveling the world. I was taking my family. We just went to Miami, and we had a great time. Singapore. We were planning to go to Australia. There were so many plans, but suddenly the COVID-19 happened, and everything stopped for me. Every little thing stopped for me because my business was focused on organizing international events, and I had to travel outside. My team had to travel outside to organize those events, and now everything was gone. Then I had a lot of money at stake because I had already booked hotels, and those hotels were saying, okay, we don't mind, you can come here and organize. We don't have a lockdown here. You might be having it in India. We don't have it here. So if you want, you can come. And they were not refunding the money. And I've already taken money from sponsors. I'm not sure how many of you have organized events in your college and all, but I'm sure you understand sponsors. They are the people who give money so that we could organize the conference. So I've already taken money from sponsors, and they were asking for a refund, because I was not able to organize a conference. So I had to refund them, right? But I gave all the money. The banks, I'm still negotiating with them, as a matter of fact, after so many months. But having said that, that was a very low point in my life. I felt like I'm destroyed. I didn't even know what I'll do now because international events was my forte, and it was just snatched away from me. I was pretty depressed, but I didn't go into depression, but I was pretty depressed. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have an aim in life, to be very frank. I, I was like, I was lonely. I was feeling very, very bad. I don't know if you feel it, but I was really feeling bad that time. But then I started going into spirituality, which I'll talk later on. And I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, motivational YouTube videos. And I started talking to a lot of mentors, which I'll talk to you about. When you are low, this is something that you should also be doing. So in one of the videos, something that hit me was very hard. Very hard was this, single line that you see. You have a 1 in a 400 trillion chance of being alive. What are you doing about it? Is it just being depressed about something that has happened that you can change? Is it, doing something about it? I had two options. Don't do anything, be depressed, keep scrolling through social media, or do something. And I did something, which I'll talk about very soon. So it's a miracle that I am alive or you are alive, and there's a 1 in a 400 trillion chance that we are alive. We have a beautiful life. We have nose, eyes. It's a beautiful formation that we have, and it has taken billions of years of evolution to be you. I'm talking. You have, your earbuds where this is getting decoded in your mind, and you're understanding what I'm saying, right? So just imagine, just imagine the earth being at the right position so that it's not too hot, not too cold, the moon being at the right position, and everything is, working for you. The chance is very low, so make the maximum out of it. So that hit me. I was like, yes, this is not, I cannot be depressed like this forever, right? I have to do something right now. So that's when I learned that today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So my past is history. My future is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So I was like, forget about the future for a second. I don't know what will happen. Forget about my past. Whatever has happened is okay. I have given away money. I have some money. Now let me do something about this. And I took a decision, which I'll share with you right now. So this is a very important point. Learn as if you were to live forever. And just give me a second. And live as if everything will end tomorrow. Very powerful. Very, very powerful thought. These are thoughts I'm sharing with you because these were the foundation for me to get out of what I've been through, the storm that I was in. So I wanted to learn, I didn't want to stop. I started reading books after that. I started watching videos. I started watching documentaries. I wanted to fill myself with motivation. And I wanted to learn as if I will live forever. And I want to live as if it will end tomorrow. So what I mean by that is I wanted to disrupt every single day of mine. So from that day, I was like, I will email 10,000 people. I will, start off with my LinkedIn pitching. So I bought the LinkedIn premium plan, and then I started pitching people that, I'm looking for business opportunities. So this is what I can offer and XYZ. I was like, what if I died like in the next week? So what will I do? I will do something about it, right? But I won't die in the next 1 week. But I wanted to make sure that I don't feel like I'm dead after a week. So keep pitching. I'll discuss this in detail with you. Keep pitching. Every day you have to sell yourself. Not take it literally. Sell yourself means you have to be in front of people, show your face to them, and make connections. Okay, so I always dreamt of something, right? Now I have new dreams. These dreams are not something that I get after I sleep. These dreams are something that don't make me sleep, that stop me from sleeping. That's a dream, guys. So you have to be, for that, you have to read books. So these dreams don't come like Okay, I just want to have a house in probably, Ludhiana, or a very posh location in Ludhiana, for example. That's not a dream. A dream has to be something that, wakes you up, not something that makes you sleep. Um, it's very hard to define. So let me tell you, your existence without a dream is like a bird without wings. If you don't have dreams, you don't have anything to look forward to, guys. I want you to understand what I just said. If you don't have a dream, you don't have anything to look forward to. You're just like a person on a football field with a football with no goals. You don't even know where to kick, what to do. So you need a dream, guys. And the dream has to be followed up by goals. Let me tell you about this. So, for example, my dream is to, let's say, hire 500 people in the next 3 years. I'm just giving an example. So that is something that I'm very passionate about, because I'll tell you about in the next slide, that the more, if you give more than you expect, you will get more than what you give. That's the reason why I want to hire 500 people, help them in their lives. And I was on track to do that, but COVID happened. That's okay. It happens. But that's where I stood up. And now I'm already building a team, and you will see an amazing thing happening in the future. So my dream is to hire 500 people. Now I have to set goals. Okay, 3 years I have with me. So I'll write down 3 years and 500 people. So how many people per year? So it's around what? 160, 160, 170 people per year. And for that, for how many per month? So around 15 per month, let's say. Okay, now I have to hire 15 per month. So for that, how much business do I need? So if I pay an X amount to 15 people, that will be the salary. How much more do I need to, um, how much more do I need the money part so as to build a business? That's where the goals, that's how I create the goals. So I create a dream. Okay, I dream of this. Then I create a goal. Okay, for 1 year, I have to hire 170 people. That's my goal. And how will I do it? And then I give myself milestones per month. Okay, how are you reaching that goal? How many people are you hiring? How much sales are you doing? How aggressive are you with marketing? How much automation you're doing so that you're not dependent on basic stuff for somebody else. So you take a lot of decisions, and that's where milestones come. And then I boil it down to how much do I need to work per hour to reach my dream of 500 people in the next 3 years. So it should boil down to per hour, and you have to religiously follow that per hour regime. So you know that you will work for 8 hours per day. So as an entrepreneur, if you're going to entrepreneurship, you have to stretch that. It's inevitable. You have to keep your energy high for 14 to 16 hours. That's an average, but people go beyond that. I cannot go beyond that. It's okay. I'll sleep for 8 to 9, 10 hours. So that's where, so per hour is something. So everybody has 24 hours in a day. So you have to divide those 24 hours in a way that you are able to reach your goal. That's very important, guys. I'll be very happy to, I can do a detailed session on having a dream and how to come up with those dreams, goals, milestones, and per hour, what you should do. All right, so I'll move to the next one. This is magical, guys. Probably this is the only slide I needed to show you, and that's it. We human beings are designed to not be persistent. And that's where the success is. Okay, let me, you guys are like young at the moment, but I'm not sure how many of you have already been to a company and been into sales and marketing. But if you're entrepreneurs, what happens? You have an amazing idea. You're like, okay, ab to main ye kar dunga, wo kar dunga. And then you call up one person and, mere paas ye idea hai. And he's like, nah, yaar, ye acha nahi hai. And then you call the second, third, fourth, fifth, and they're like, nahi, it's not going to happen. And after fifth, and you're like, hey, I have to change the idea. It's not working for me. Right? It happens everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. So if you request, for example, your father for something, and if he says no 5 times, you just give up, because you're all grown up. Kids don't give up. My son doesn't give up. So, for example, if I say, okay, when we come back, I'll give you a chocolate. He remembers it. He remembers it, and till the time I don't give it to him, he makes sure he keeps Papa chocolate, Papa chocolate. He keeps telling me that. We are born with persistence, but we lose persistence as we go through life because we think, yaar, ho to rani hai, chodo. But guys, that's where success is. Especially after COVID, you have to be persistent. I don't know how to tell you, but a lot of businesses that I'm converting right now is because of my persistence, because of my follow-ups, because of the value that I add in every single follow-up. You have to understand that persistence will make you successful. 99.99% people are not persistent, and that's why uh, they have become ordinary citizens. I see passion in you guys. You have to be persistent. When you start off with a company, it's not about just calling up 5 people. You have to email 10,000 people, and if they don't revert, email another 20,000. Call up 100 people per day. They don't revert, call up another 100 people. Hire interns to call up, if to email, to pitch, everything. You cannot give up till your sample size is a huge amount. 5, 10, 20 is nothing, guys. Out of those, let's say 100,000 people you pitch, one person will say, okay, I will buy into it. And that probably might be your potential investor in the future. Okay. So J.K. Rowling, I don't know how many publishers she pitched. I don't know the numbers, guys. Everybody rejected, one accepted, and everything else is history, right? I don't know. I have so many examples to give you. Even the light bulb discovery, it took 1,000 times, 1,000 efforts, 1,000 mistakes to reach that point where the bulb glue everybody, and you now have it at every single home, guys. So persistence is very important. Even in your college, guys, you have to be persistent with studies. That's very, very important. Okay, if you don't understand anything, find a way to ask questions. You have to make sure your doubts are cleared properly. That's what education is all about. Okay, I'll talk about this very, very powerful thing that I learned. It's not over until I win. So for the 2 months that I was feeling very depressed, I learned about this. He was a very popular motivational speaker. He said, uh, Les Brown, LESBROWN. If you get a time, so just YouTube about him. He's a very good speech on the stage. He says, "It's not over until I win." So ask yourself a question. When you have a low in your life, ask yourself a question: have I won? And if the answer is no, this is not over. You probably have to change your strategies, but this is definitely not over. You have to find, there has to be a way, and start finding ways. This attitude is magical, guys. Right now, you just entered, probably you will not feel it right now, but I want you to remember this your entire life. It's not over until I win. So remember this, okay? This will be very important. Right now, probably you're getting money from home, and you're probably have a side business or something. This is not very important for you, but this will get very important in the coming 3-4 years. Very, very important. All right, never give up. This works 100% of the times. It's not over until I win, but you don't have the option to give up ever, guys. You don't have that option. Okay, remember this. After this webinar, you don't have the option to give up. It is not an option. मतलब डिक्शनरी में नहीं है, तो आप कहाँ ढूंढोगे? है ही नहीं कुछ. Never give up, guys. It's the fastest way to be successful. I have learned this the hard way. I don't want you to learn this the hard way. You have to learn it the easy way. Just never give up. कुछ भी खराब होता है life में, stand up and say, I can do this. I can do this. It's easy. It's me, of course. मैं धीरज हूँ यार. मैं नहीं कर सकता. वो एक attitude आ जाए. Nothing like it. Okay, and the third point is very, very important, guys. Pitch yourself every day. The more visible you are, more the chances for you to win. Guys, this is something that we Indians are very shy of. Let me be on your face. You guys are still shy of switching on the camera, and you're shy of pitching. So I took this session in one of the colleges, how to get a job in less than 1 month of your choice, of your choice. So in that, I taught them that every single day you have to connect with HR heads of your favorite company. So I want you to pitch yourself every single day, guys. If you need a job after 3, 4 years, when you leave the college, I don't know how many years you are here. Start building relationships with HR heads right now. If you're looking for starting off with your own business, start pitching investors, future investors. Make friends. LinkedIn पे free है. जाके 20-30 लोगों को बोलो, hi sir, good to see your profile. I'm planning to start something big very soon, so I wanted to follow you. Please accept my invite. And you have to do this. So LinkedIn allows 20 to 30 per day. Karo na. 20 to 30 per day. Just imagine into 365 into 3, 4, whatever. How many connections? You will have 12,000, 15,000 connections after 3, 4 years. आपको एक मैसेज डालना है कि मेरी ये कंपनी खुल चुकी है और मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट चाहिए, सबमिट. आपके पास आने लग जाएंगे ये लो 2 करोड़, 4 करोड़, 5 करोड़. I don't know what you do. So start building. So you have to pitch yourself, even if you are nothing, even if you're a student right now, guys. You have to pitch yourself to HR heads. For example, there was a guy who was very passionate about joining a finance-related company. So I gave him this idea. So he started making connections, and probably he's got a job in one of his favorite companies at one of his favorite salary points. Okay. So this works like magical. So every day, instead of scrolling pages on Facebook, watching those cat videos, I don't know what all you watch, dekho usko, but also pitch 30 people, okay? So I want you to write this down. I will pitch 30 people every day, just randomly, okay? HR heads of all digital marketing agencies. Suppose you want to join a digital marketing agency, connect with HR heads. So those HR heads will always remain HR heads in the future. Even if they change their company, they will connect you to somebody in that company. Okay, so connection ban jata hai. Okay, so this is मैं तो इसको जितने मर्जी बारी बोलूं, it's less. Okay, discipline is very important, guys. I see many people joining after 11 o'clock. I see many people joining before 11 o'clock. You have to understand, guys. You have to join before 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, don't think about this webinar. You have to think about everything in your life. If you say I will be there at 10 o'clock, you'll have to be there at 9:55. Discipline is very important. If you are thinking of making a good body, good health, you have to be disciplined. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि जिम ज्वाइन किया, 15 दिन किया, 1 साल का पैसा दिया, 1 महीना किया and छोड़ दिया. That doesn't work that way, guys. You have to be disciplined from today, right now, guys. So discipline is very, very important. Discipline is the primary reason why one gets the ability to go through any storm to reach his or her goal. This has worked magically for me, guys. I'm always there before time. I make sure that I take care of my health, even though it goes a bit haywire sometimes because of my schedule. But I try to make sure that every single day I exercise. And for example, if I say myself that today I will run for 2 kilometers and then I will do 3 sets of push-ups, for example, I will have to do it. It doesn't matter how tired I feel, whatever happens, kitni sardi hai, kuch nahi. I have to do that. And then go back home and then do whatever I want. I need a commitment from you guys. It is very hard. It will take time. एक बारी होता है, you don't do it. Scold yourself. Go in front of the mirror and say, ऐसा क्यों? Why? Why am I not being disciplined? And इतना strict नहीं, army style नहीं करना है. You have to be very casual about it, but you have to be disciplined, guys. That's what will differentiate you from from being successful or not being successful, from a 30 lakh package or a 3 lakh package. This one little thing will decide a lot of things. Okay. All right, guys. So auto motivation. So I learned this in the last 1 year. I want you to understand this. Okay. I'm a strong believer of the subconscious mind for a very long time, but what hit me was pretty hard for me. But I lost all motivation in between, and then I learned about how to keep myself motivated. अगर मतलब कुछ भी हो जाए, like, it doesn't matter. So I've divided this into the subconscious motivation and the conscious motivation. Okay, so I'll talk about the conscious motivation first. Okay, so it's like an instant motivation. Okay, so when I feel like, okay, मुझे motivation चाहिए, मैं क्या करूँ? If I need a quick solution, I talk to my mentor. So I have my mentors, and I quickly type a message to them saying that, sir, ma'am, this is the problem I'm facing. What should I do? And when you get that reward from them, guys, you'll be motivated for the next 2-3 months. एक reward चाहिए होता, and you're like, oh my God, I should have known that. They show you the path that is you as students and young guys won't be able to come up with. These senior people know what needs to be done. Okay. I binged watched a lot of YouTube motivational videos. No Netflix, no Amazon Prime, nothing. I binge watched YouTube motivational videos when I was down, and I do it every day now. It has become a part of my life. So just just type motivational videos. There'll be Hindi, English, Punjabi. There are so many options you have. Watch them, guys. You will absolutely feel like pumped up. You will feel like going to college, not missing college every single day. Not putting proxies for anybody or anything else, like those funny things you guys do. You will be like, bhai, meri life hai yaar. I have got, I need to do something big. I'm not designed for just having a family and raising kids. Everybody is doing it. I'm designed for something big. So this something that has helped me. Do something that makes you feel good right now. So this is very powerful. Again, I love talking to people. So I call up my friends, I call up my relatives out of the blue moon, and they say, "Acha, teri awaaz sun ke bahut acha laga." You feel loved, and you get that slight एक motivation आ जाता है कि यार, I'm doing everything for these people, right? This is my community, and वो community वाली feeling आ जाती है, and it feels really good, guys. So I call up people. I don't know what makes you feel good. I love going into nature. I go for a walk. I go for a stroll. I touch flowers and leaves and trees, and it just, I just try to connect with them. I know it feels crazy, but it just makes you feel good. You have to be very close to nature to be happy, which is, I'm sure everybody knows. And start pitching, guys. This is something that I cannot reiterate more. Pitching adds motivation to you. So, for example, I send an idea. Okay, I have this idea. So, what do you think? Oh, amazing idea, Dheeraj. I knew you would. You're the only one who can think of it. I feel like, wow. And I am an implementation guy. So once I get the approval from 6, 7, 8, 10 people who are very senior, I start implementing it. Okay. And be implementers, guys. Everybody has dreams and ideas, but there are very few people who can implement that. Be implementers, and that's where the success is. So start pitching, guys. Pitching to every day chali rahi. Okay. Follow up chal raha hai, pitching chal rahi hai, kuch na kuch chal raha hai. Start connecting with people, and don't worry about money. Abhi to chalo tum chote ho, but don't worry about money. Money will follow. And up to I have reached a state. I'm not doing it for money anymore. You will also reach it automatically. Everything will be very good for you guys. Okay, now I'll move to the subconscious, which is my favorite topic. I love this topic, guys. I can take hours and hours, but I'll just take 5 minutes. So spirituality is something that has helped me, guys. This is, spirituality doesn't happen in one day. It cannot be like, okay, मुझे motivation चाहिए, चलो spiritual होते हैं. ऐसा नहीं होता. It takes time. you spirituality is not about following a person or a belief. It is about taking the good points from wherever the world is, and implementing it in your life. I personally feel that. And I've been following few people, and I really love what they're saying. Not everything they say is good for me. I take the good points, and then I close my eyes, and I make sure that I'm able to implement that in my life. And I'm actually, it's not religious, it's spiritual. There's a difference between religious and spiritual. I want you to Google it. You will love that feeling, guys. I don't know how many of you know about the Maslow's hierarchy. um, but just Google about it. It's very easy. So you start off with the basic needs. You need food and water, every human being, and you reach up to the self actualization stage. Spirituality helps you accelerate, go through that hierarchy and reach that point. And I really feel really good that I'm spiritual, and it feels, I'm sure many of you in the group must also be following some people, and you also spiritual, which is very good. Keep it that way. Again, telling yourself you can do it. This has taken me 15 years, guys. It's not that a low has come in my life just like a year back. Lows keep coming, and every single time a low comes in my life, I say I can do it. It's easy. I'll find a way, because I know I will find a way. It's very easy. And if you have that attitude in you, I'm telling you guys, everything seems easy. Ho jayega. It's easy. It's a very difficult attitude to come up with. It takes a lot of time, but once you're able to do it, you will feel magical. ओके कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आए बोले मैं करता हूँ ना, मैं कर लूंगा. इट्स ओके. अपने आप को ही बोलो मैं कर लूंगा. इट्स ओके. एंड वो चीजें हो जाती हैं. सो आई एम नॉट श्योर इफ यू हैव हर्ड दैट सॉन्ग. बादल है ये कुछ पल का, आकर चले जाना है. Guys, it has been designed this way. The universe has been designed this way. कुछ पल के लिए बादल आते हैं और चले जाते हैं. It has been designed. Be it Earth के सामने से कोई asteroid निकला. Be it our solar system, which is bombarded by asteroids all over the place. Be it our galaxy, which will bang with the Andromeda galaxy very soon. So everything has not been created perfectly. Okay, कुछ ना कुछ होने वाला है, नीचे जाने वाला है. दैट्स वेयर यू पिक अप. वो जो उठते नहीं है ना जब गिरने के बाद, वो लोग अनसक्सेसफुल होते हैं. और उठ सारे सकते हैं, लेकिन वो लेजी हो जाते हैं. उनको वही फेसबुक पेजेस ही स्क्रॉल करने, इंस्टाग्राम में दूसरे लोगों को कौन से घर कहाँ घूम रहे हैं शिमला बर्फ में, वो देखना है. That's nothing, guys. Try to understand that. Okay, and talk to yourself in the mirror when you are, this may log thoda sa bolenge ki, but you know that you're not crazy. You're just talking to yourself and giving affirmations that you are awesome. You can do it. It's a very easy thing to do, guys. कभी करना, कभी लो फील हो ना, तो जाके मिरर के सामने जाके बात करना शुरू कर देना. You know what, ये प्रॉब्लम है मेरी लाइफ में, and I think it's easy. I'll be able to solve it, and I think these are the solutions. मुझे ये try करना चाहिए, and you will find the solution. You will feel like कि वो साथ वाला बात कर रहा है and giving you answers. It's magical, guys. Try it out. काफी problem solve हो जाती है, मेरी हो जाती है. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm sure it will. You'll figure out something. Again, be with nature. This is also something that goes into your subconscious mind. The closer you are to nature, the more solutions you will find to problems. I live at a place which is very close to the hills, and मैं जब भी बादल होते हैं तो मैं पहाड़ों में पहुंचा होता हूँ. I feel very good. और बादल नीचे होते हैं, मैं ऊपर होता हूँ. And I learn so much from the clouds. I learn so much from the leaves. I learn so much from the flora and fauna of that place. How एक मैं छोटे से पौधे को देख के गया, after 2 months है कि वो छोटा सा पेड़ बन गया. It is growing. बहुत आंधी तूफान आए, it's still growing. You can manipulate whatever, मतलब जो भी लाइफ में हो रहा है उसको उस ढंग से manipulate करके अपने आप को मोटिवेशन दे सकते हो. And that's where the subconscious motivation comes into play, guys. This is something a bit high level for few of you because you have just started off. Lekin start off with this journey. I'll send this presentation to you. Open this presentation after 4 years, and hopefully this will help you guys. Okay. This is very important. So pitching, I cannot. I'm saying I've mentioned that third time over here. So your network is your net worth. Okay. Uh, it doesn't matter if you email, call, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You can connect on Instagram, Twitter, whatever it takes to make new friends, guys. Those friends are not just for a reason कि मुझे job चाहिए तो मैं आपको friend बना रहा हूँ. They can be for anything, but you have to create networks. For example, किसी को जरूरत है job की, तुमने बोला अच्छा मैं try करता हूँ, and you जहाँ पे भी है कहीं पे job लगा दी. So you add someone in your network. Tomorrow that you keep and then follow-ups. Once you do that, you connect on LinkedIn, connect on WhatsApp, and what I do is I make sure I send them messages saying hi, how are you, how's the work going and all that. Keep that connection going. कहीं क्या होता है कि 2 साल उसने तो बोला नहीं कुछ तो मैं क्यों बोलूं, छोड़ो, ऐसा हो जाता है. I don't want you to do it. थोड़ा सा ego को घूंट लो. It's okay. And just write, hi, how is it going, how's the job going, and let them reward, and keep creating your network. For example, I'll be making a lot of new friends, so you feel free to connect with me on WhatsApp or LinkedIn or Facebook, anywhere, and I'll be very happy to be your friends. It doesn't matter if you're a student or a 50-year-old person. You are my network, and I strongly believe that when you have a strong network, happiness follows. Okay. Net worth is not just about money. It's about, eventually why are you earning money? It's about happiness. Those people become your friends and do magical things for you. And it's happening with me. I'm so happy, because of my network. Connect with at least 50 people every day. Don't scroll Facebook pages. Instead, say hi to people and make new friends. I've already, told you about this. So do that. Okay, every single day 50 people. Target, again, discipline. अगर 50 लोग हैं तो 50. अगर तुम अपने आप को 30 देते हो टारगेट तो 30. लेकिन 30 से एक भी कम नहीं हो सकता. Okay, 30 people को कनेक्ट करना है. वो अलग बात है कि वो आपको रिस्पॉन्ड करें ना करें. That's okay. But 30 people, 0 response. 30 people, 0 response. 30 people, 0 response. 30 people, 15 responses. अचानक से बोलो 15 friends बन गए मेरे. And it happens in sales also. I'm not sure how many of you will go into sales, but that's what happens. You call up 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, nothing happens. 21st, okay, ji, 1 crore ka deal. It's like that, guys. You cannot give up. It's not over until I win. It's magical. Say yes and figure out later. Okay, guys, this is something who are looking to be entrepreneurs it will help you out. So, for example, you have a factory. And you can, for example, create 10 pieces of something, okay? And you get a client and he says, okay, I need 20 pieces of it. Would you be able to do it? Instead of saying no, say yes, I'll be able to do it. Okay, even though you don't have the capability to do it, say yes and figure out later how you will do it. Guys, this is something magical because normally हम Indians क्या करते हैं, हमारे Indians का problem है कि यार मेरे पास तो 10 में 11 बना लूंगा ज्यादा से यार 9 बना सकता हूँ लेकिन मैं 20 तो नहीं बना सकता. सॉरी सर, ऐसा नहीं होता. You have to say okay and then you figure out, you call up your network, okay, and say कि भाई ये 10 का extra है तो तू ये बना लेगा, and figure out a way to do it. That's how people grow. That's how you will go from a 50,000 company to a 50 crore company. Do you think companies have the ability to do, if they get a big order, do you think that they find out ways to do it? So they have certain quality parameters. I have to take care of these quality parameters. मैं जैसे मर्जी करूँ भाई, जरूरी थोड़ा है कि मेरी फैक्ट्री में ही बनेगा वो चीज, कहीं पे भी बन के आ सकता है. They figure out ways. So you need to have that mentality from today onwards. Use your network to get the work done. Okay. This is a bit of a controversial thing but I don't want you to unfriend anybody, nothing like it. You are just getting into this. You have some amazing friends in your life, but from today onwards, and I'm sure you have figured out कि कौन सा मुझे uplift करता है, कौन सा real है, कौन सा ऐसी fake करता है, कौन सा who believes in you and who loves you. You have already figured that out, and I want you to be with them more. Okay, because this may sound a bit like नहीं यार मेरे सारे friends important है. It's okay, सारे friends हैं तो सारे friends के साथ रहो, but I want you to be with friends who always are pushing you up. It's important कि वो आपको ऊपर लेके जाए, नीचे ना दबाए, jealous ना हो. फ्रेंड्स तो रहेंगे ही, मतलब you cannot be like मैं कल से तुझसे बात नहीं करूंगा. That's okay, but I want you to be more with friends who love you. It's very, this is something that I've learned, and this has worked like magically. Okay, ये याद रखना guys, ये slide याद रख लो. अभी तो नहीं पता लगेगा, but in the next 5 to 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, this will be very, very important. Okay, be with friends that uplift you. I'm just like 2 or 3 slides away. So give more than you expect, guys. This is something very hard to do. I do a lot of free webinars. I do a lot of free courses. And as a matter of fact, I go to colleges and do free courses. And I really enjoy it, guys. When you have that feeling that I want to give more than what is being given to me, it's a feeling that I cannot describe right now. ऐसा होता है, अच्छा, for example, 1 रुपए में 2 टॉफीज आती हैं, and you give 2, कोई बोलेगा 3 दे दे यार, but you'll say नहीं यार, 1 रुपए में 2 ही आती है. But if you can afford that third and it doesn't affect your bottom line, and if you give it to him or her, even if it affects your bottom line, it doesn't matter. मतलब super loss नहीं होना चाहिए, but if it's a minimal change, and if you give it to them, and if you see that person smile and say thank you, this was very important for me, guys, that's a kind of motivation that will propel you for years and years. That happiness from 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people is magical. When it combines, you feel like, oh my god, man. And everybody calls you to say thank you so much, आपने वो उस दिन किया था तो उसकी वजह से ये हो गया. Nothing like that. And that's where you feel like मुझे कुछ बड़ा करना है. That's where the feeling comes. And it all goes in your subconscious. Every single time you give more than you expect, you're training your subconscious to be awesome. Okay, stop expecting from life, guys. तो क्या होता है कि अब आपने वो 3 दे दिए यूनिट्स उसको, 1, but then you expect कि यार कल मैं इससे मांगूंगा ना तो ये मुझे भी देगा. That's where the problem is. You have to do good and forget. कल वो जरूरत आई ना आई, पूछा नहीं हुआ, it doesn't matter. वो थॉट भी नहीं आना चाहिए. बस मैं अपने दिल से दे रहा हूँ, तो ले, तो एंजॉय कर. वो बस तो मुझे कभी वो जो कभी फोन करके बोलेगा ना थैंक यू यार उस दिन तूने हेल्प की थी, that's good enough. That's it. That's your probably you have got 4 from her, 5 from or her. Okay, stop expecting, guys. Life may be, when you do something good for some person, you have an expectation कि आपको वापस में भी कुछ मिलेगा. वो जहां पे तुमने तोड़ दिया कि मुझे नहीं चाहिए कुछ वापस, ये मैं सिर्फ अपने पूरे दिल से I'm doing it for you, that's where the magic will start off. And it's very hard to do, to be very frank, क्योंकि एक्सपेक्टेशन हम बचपन से ही एक्सपेक्टेशंस के साथ बड़े हो रहे हैं. कि मैं पढ़ूंगा तो मम्मी पापा को एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि मेरे अच्छे मार्क्स आएंगे, अगर नहीं पढ़ूंगा एक्सपेक्टेशन है ये तो ऐसे ही जाएगा, या फिर ये स्पोर्ट्स में जाएगा, कुछ होगा. बट वो एक्सपेक्टेशंस लाइफ में अभी I'm already training my kid to not have expectations. So what happens is, so I say him कि अच्छा मैं तुझे चॉकलेट दूंगा अगर तू ये करता है, ठीक है. सो वो एक्सपेक्टेशन आ गया, लेकिन नेक्स्ट टाइम वो करेगा and he comes to me and say पापा चॉकलेट. मैं नहीं, कोई चॉकलेट नहीं है, क्या तो कह रहा है, अपनी मर्जी से किया, that's okay. So he should understand that every single time कुछ रिटर्न में नहीं मिलेगा. And I hope there are so many things for you to gather, लेकिन ये चीज बहुत important है guys, ये अभी से implement करना शुरू कर दो. Don't expect anything, give more, don't expect, be humble. You have to be ये आजकल media and all that, they are just making people aggressive and all that, but you know you just have to be humble and polite and kind. It's very hard to do. आजकल के ज़माने में it's becoming the survival of the fittest. But humble people will also survive. Kind people will also survive. Okay? So just remember that. Be humble. The real happiness should be in the happiness of others. And that's something that makes you invincible. ये तीनों चीजें अगर आप कर लो, आपको एक invincible feeling आती है कि मेरे साथ कुछ बुरा हो भी नहीं सकता. अगर कुछ होगा, I will deal with it. It's okay. Okay, I'll move to the second last slide, I believe. Always show up, guys. It doesn't matter if you have high fever or a bad throat. When you say I will call at 10 a.m., you will call at 10 a.m. Okay, मतलब it doesn't matter कि आपको यार मैं नहीं कर सकता कॉल, यार ये क्लाइंट है, ये पता नहीं क्या सवाल जवाब पूछेगा. अगर आपने बोल दिया, कमिटमेंट कर दी ना, तो मतलब मैं खुद को भी मना नहीं सकता कि वो नहीं कर. This is something that you need to do from today onwards. Okay, always show up. कोई भी चीज होती है, कोई भी मीटिंग होती है, कोई भी, अगर आपने टीचर ने बोला कि अच्छा ठीक है इस टाइम पे इस क्लासरूम में पहुंच जाना, 10 o'clock बोला है, 9:58 पे वहां पे पहुंचे हुए हो, बाहर खड़े हुए हो शायद, तो टीचर लेट पहुंचा, इट डजंट मैटर, यू आर स्टैंडिंग देयर. you should not enter, sir, may I come in after 10 minutes. क्या होता है कि वो उस टाइम तो लगता है हाँ हाँ मैं घुस गया, and that's okay, but that's going into your subconscious mind, that's becoming normal for you. And tomorrow जब ये clients के साथ होने लगेगा, वो जो तुम्हारे 2 करोड़ का जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, वो बोलेगा नहीं साइन करना भाई, that's where you will feel like, oh my god, अगर मैं अपने आप को subconsciously ऐसा ट्रेन करता, then it would have been so much different. Okay, so your promises will matter from now on. Your career, your business, your personal life, and everything you do will be a promise. Remember that. So guys, everything you're doing is now a promise. Okay, मम्मा ने बोला कि अच्छा बेटा आते हुए ना अंडे ले आना. Okay, and you say अच्छा ठीक है मम्मा मैं ले आऊंगा. वो मम्मा मैं ले आऊंगा is now from today onwards is a contract you have signed with your mother, with your loved ones, with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, a wife, husband. When you say अच्छा मैं कर दूंगा बाबा, मुझे इतना टाइम दे दे, that's it. इतने टाइम में वो चीज हो जाएगी. बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस इज व्हेन यू से मम्मा मैं वो अंडे ले आऊंगा, शी इज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि अगर वो अंडे लेके आएगा तो मैं ये करूंगी वो करूंगी, और उसकी वजह से अदर इवन दो मम्मा में एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि बेटा लेके आएगा, बट वी कैन नॉट ट्रेन मम्मा, राइट, कि मम्मा एक्सपेक्टेशन छोड़ दो, आपने अंडे बोल दिया, मैंने हाँ बोल दिया, आए ना आए मुझे नहीं पता, so that will not happen. But it's your duty to make sure that you get those eggs. I'm giving you a small example of eggs, but you have to implement this. When you say कि अच्छा ठीक है मैं क्लास में आऊंगा तो आऊंगा, there is nothing like proxy, there is nothing like present मैम, अच्छा अच्छा कौन था, nothing like, वो दिन छोड़ दो यार, वो absent लगा लो चाहे तो, but you have to stop all that. Okay, so everything you say or do is now a contract. Be with your teachers, be it with your friends, be it with your loved ones, anybody. Okay, if you can't make it, communicate. Okay, so ऐसे पहले तो बात है ये होना नहीं चाहिए, you should not be able to make it, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. But if you're not able to make it to the class, you have to call up your head of the class or your teacher and say, sir मैं इस reasons की वजह से नहीं आ पा रहा हूँ, kindly allow me after 5 minutes. Okay, so communication gap में problem आ जाती है when you क्या होता है कि you get offers in 2 companies and you don't turn up for one, और मुझे ना ये ज्यादा अच्छी लग रही है, ये अच्छी नहीं लग रही, तो मैं दूसरे में नहीं जाता. बट अगर नहीं जा रहे, you have to communicate. You just send a message. कुछ मैसेज में बुरा थोड़ी ना है. Hi sir, I have figured out, I have found a job which is suiting my profile better. I won't be able to make it. Thank you so much for giving me the chance. I really wish you can consider me for the future. Be diplomatic, प्यार से बोलो और मैसेज छोड़ो. Okay, they will like it. बोलेंगे यार ये काश बंदा मेरे पास आता यार, I would have hired him, just because of one message. Okay, so just make sure you communicate. I'll move to the next one. This is like probably one or two more slides. uh, Money. um, I can talk about money a lot, but मैं एक छोटा सा point आपको बताऊंगा जो कि मैंने सीखा है. If you can't buy something 3 times, you cannot afford it. Yeah. So if you can't buy something 3 times, you cannot afford it. It's very, very simple, guys. So अभी Amazon की sale चली है and we'll be like, okay, I'll buy this XYZ. But let's say कोई चीज 5,000 की है, and if you don't have 15,000 in savings with you in your account, I'm just giving an example, you cannot buy it. Okay, very simple. So I bought a car when I had 2 times the money. Okay, and when I bought it, I was, even though it was in loan, मतलब मैंने cash नहीं दिया, but loan में भी तब तक के लिए आप afford नहीं कर सकते जब तक के लिए आपके 3 times नहीं है. Okay, if you implement this, this will become magical for you. Okay, this has worked for me like magic, since the time I've learned this. तो मैं क्या होता है कि अपने आप को रोक देता हूँ कि Amazon सेल ठीक है, अगर मेरे पास कुछ चीज करने में अफोर्ड इन द सेंस, इट्स नॉट कि आपके बैंक अकाउंट में कितना पैसा है, जितना आपको लगता है कि मैं इस चीज के लिए सेव कर सकता हूँ. क्या मैं इस चीज को 3 बारी खरीद सकता हूँ प्लस और चीज जो खरीद रहा हूँ वो खरीद. अगर वो आंसर नहीं है देन डोंट बाय. ओके, this is the last slide, guys. Negative thoughts. This will this is I would say an exercise that I've built for you. This works for me. I'm not sure if this works. I'm doing this for the first time, but I want you all to close your eyes and take deep breaths. Okay, so this ends it. I really want you to get into that mode of motivation right now. Okay, so I'm assuming that you have something that can be better in your life, that you have a thought of. कुछ चीज bother कर रही है. I want you guys to close your eyes for a second. Okay, everybody, guys. I know somebody must be like, यार ये क्या है? But आप भी please एक बारी आंखें बंद करो. Okay, I want you to take 5 deep breaths. Okay, think of nothing right now. Just take 5 deep breaths. Okay, now I want you to call that negative thought and think about it. Okay, think about that negative thought जो भी bother कर रहा है आपको life में. And keep looking at it. उस thought को आप देखते रहो, but don't react. Don't think कि अच्छा हाय अगर ऐसा हो गया तो क्या होगा, वैसा हो गया तो क्या हो गया, और मैं इसको ऐसा solve करूंगा. Nothing. You don't have any opinion about that thought. Okay, just keep looking at it. Okay, and slowly and steadily I want that thought to feel uncomfortable and leave. Okay, I know this will be a bit funny, but I want you to just think of that thought leaving as एक धुआं जैसा, and it's leaving into eternity. Okay, it's gone. Okay, and I want you to do this like 3 times a day. Okay, and right after you do, think about this. I'm not sure if you can take action right now. You can open your eyes now. Once you see that go away, now you open your eyes and take an action. For example, money का कुछ issue है. For example, relationship का कोई issue है. You just write, remove all your ego, remove all your tensions. Just write a message saying XYZ, whatever makes that situation better. Okay, even if you are swallowing ego, which is very hard to do. I understand that, but once you do, you will feel very nice, guys. Very, very nice. So I want you to take action. वो phone उठाओ एंड वट एवर यू बिलीव, अच्छा वो बंदा नहीं कर रहा तो अगर मैं कर दूं ये चीज तो वो चीज बेटर हो जाएगी. जस्ट डू इट. एंड टेकिंग दिस एक्शन, you will see that things will start improving in your life. वी क्या होता है कि पॉजिटिव थॉट्स, जब भी पॉजिटिव मोटिवेशन मोटिवेशन, अचानक से नेगेटिव थॉट आता है, सब खत्म. अचानक से खाना खाने को मन नहीं करता, सोने को मन नहीं करता, देयर आर सो मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स. सो आई वांट यू टू एम्ब्रेस दीज नेगेटिव थॉट्स, व्हिच इज ओके. आने दो यार, ये नेगेटिव थॉट्स आर बादल जो कि आएंगे ही आएंगे. लेट देम कम. टेक अ डीप ब्रेथ. Okay, yeah. And don't give an opinion to it, let it leave. So now you have acknowledged that I know there is a problem. I have to take an action to make things better. You will have to take that action. The other person will not take that action, guys. You are a part of this webinar, not them. Okay? So this is something very hard to do, but trust me, if you keep doing it, it goes into your subconscious mind, and suddenly you will see, अगर आप negative thoughts को बुलाने की कोशिश करोगे, वो आते ही नहीं है. You will be like, यार मेरे में negative thoughts नहीं, जबकि मेरी life में इतनी perfect नहीं है, but I'm not getting those negative thoughts. Just because you are acknowledging that I have negative thoughts, which is okay, ठीक हो जाएगा. बादल है ये कुछ पल का, आके चले जाना है. It happens that way, guys. So with that, I think I end my session. Okay, I'm not sure how many people are motivated, but having said that, I work with the principle that even if one person is motivated, my thing is done. I'm the happiest guy on earth. This is my email ID, d@dijphukan.com, and this is my mobile number. If you have any kind of issues in your life, I'm very good with Excel, by the way, guys, MS Excel and automation and all that. So अभी कुछ भी आता है Excel से related, Word, PowerPoint, I'm good with MS Office, VBA. You can always message me. I'll be happy to help you out with that. Okay. Thank you so much. And I wish that this webinar helps you in your life 5, 10, 20 years down the line. I'll be the happiest guy. And you can just message me on this number or email me. I'll be happy to know your story. All right. Thank you so much.